Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to week 35 of the DC Sports Digest. Make sure to like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's just get into some news. So Nationals have not really played too well this week. They lost the Guardians series. We got swept by the Mets, and so far we split the Braves series. We did see DJ Hur's debut against the Mets because Trevor Williams was injured. He did pretty well, I think, but unfortunately, relieving and offense have really been our weak points, and as our pitching has really just obviously improved. And DJ Hurd is another solid pitcher. We still have Josiah Gray rehabbing. Someday one of them can replace Corbin eventually, because he's the odd one out, I think. That's the problem. I didn't mention it on here, but I think that's the problem. A lot of our free agents, a lot of people we're paying a lot, are not doing so well, but we kind of have to have them play since we're paying them a lot of money, which is the unfortunate thing. And yeah, right after I made last week's video, Robles was released. So obviously we thank him for everything. And he this last week, he signed with the Mariners. So good luck to him. I hope he can have a fresh start in Seattle. And then coming up this week, we have the Braves series finishing and the Tigers series starting and finishing as well. Wizards, not much news. I realized I need to make a mock draft at some point. I probably won't only have time to do one because the draft is in like 2 or 3 weeks, so it'll be pretty exciting. Yeah, hopefully we can have a really good draft because we haven't had per se bad drafts except maybe like for drafting Johnny Davis, but we kind of need like someone who can really make a huge difference and start this rebuild off right. I'll talk about that more later in the mock draft. The Capitals, again, not much, but Hershey Bears have a 3-1 lead in the conference finals. Hopefully they can close that out tonight. The conference finals and finals are a 7-game series, so yeah, like I said, hopefully they can finish it out. And it's kind of crazy. The 6-year anniversary of us winning the Stanley Cup was yesterday. That's just insane. It was 6 years ago. It feels like a long time ago. Lots happened since then. Yeah. And on to the Commanders. I didn't realize, not last week, the week before, I didn't realize there were no OTAs, but there were a couple days of OTAs this week as they wrapped up, and we're almost to that really dull period. We have mandatory minicamp this week, and then after that, we don't have training camp until July 29th, so it's going to be a tough period for NFL fans, but that's okay. I didn't really want to talk about the McMahon situation because obviously he did some bad stuff. Commanders didn't want to keep him around, and they did eventually release him. And so far, we've signed Ramiz Ahmed, another kicker. I don't know too much about him, but don't be surprised if we go get another one. I know everyone's been wanting Jake Bates, me included, the UFL kicker from the Michigan Panthers, who's just been tearing it up, can hit 60-yarders. But he's still in the UFL playoffs. I think that's stated today or tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure, obviously, because I'll talk about the DC Defenders later, who are not in those playoffs. So they can't talk with Jake Bates yet. So hopefully after that they do talk with Jake Bates. And I think it definitely makes sense to have 2 kickers in training camp, have a little kicker battle. And then the only other small type of news is the AstroTurf. There's one field at the Ashburn facility where they do practices and stuff it was just an AstroTurf that they couldn't use for some reason, but it's finally torn up. So maybe it's a sign they stay in Ashburn. Maybe it's just a sign they're just trying to improve it. But it's good it's finally gone. Because I feel like, if I can remember, from what I've seen, it's been there for a couple decades, and they finally removed it now. It just shows how kind of outdated that facility is. So they're either going to renovate it or they can move somewhere else eventually. So we'll keep an eye on that situation. And then other DC sports news, the Mystics, of course, unfortunately, remain winless. They're 0-11. But it was nice to see them play the Fever and the Sky at sold-out Capital One Arena. Back-to-back nights, actually. That was cool. And they really almost did win both those games, so it's really cool. I think they had, the highest attendance record. They had, 20,000 fans there last night against the Fever, so that was really cool. They got the Liberty and the Dream this week. Hopefully I can get a win, I guess. We'll see what happens. Washington Spirit, I don't know why they had a long break, but they finally have a game tonight against Utah. The DC Defenders end their season 4-6 after a loss to the Arlington Renegades, unfortunately. And DC United tied Toronto, but they, again, similar to the Washington Spirit, they don't have another game till next Saturday. And yeah, that's all I have. Like I said, I will have Wizards mock draft coming out this week probably. And because of my vacation, I will have to put out the next DC Sports Digest probably next Thursday or Friday, and then I will miss 1 week, and then we'll be back for next couple, and then I'll miss 1 or 2, and then we'll be back for good before in August. So be a fun summer for me, but it'll go by quick. But yeah, I'll still make some more content. Maybe I'll try to branch out even more from just this. So since I have more time, so keep an eye out. And thanks for watching. Bye.